the Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.
Here we go. Philly special. Ready?
The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions.
Good evening, everybody. It's April 4th, 2025. Welcome to the Northeast Philly Podcast on the Broken Bell Network. Tonight, the boys are joined by the network's very own Tyler Wirtz from Tyler Talks for our Sports Movies Draft. This will be a no-holds-barred, any era, any genre, any sport Donnybrook. Can we give Chris another stroke this week? Will JV pick Air Bud? Will the young gun Tyler surprise the old heads with some classics that we remember when they came out in the theater? All of these questions might be answered, but there will definitely be more raised on tonight's episode of the Northeast Philly Podcast.
Thank you, JV. So we don't have our order yet. As always, we are going to throw it up on the screen, and you guys in real time will see how we are going to draft. We are going snake, so first and third, obviously more beneficial. If you want to be the middle child, you know what that's like out there. It's not pleasant. I wasn't it, but I saw. Yeah, it's not fun. So it's never fun. You don't ever want to be second. So you either go for 1 or 3. There, as JV mentioned, there are 10 rounds. Any film, anytime it was made. Prior to the show and before you guys joined, I want to give
Bless you.
Thank you. My child. I want to give you guys a heads up, and I think it's only fair because Tyler does know what a VCR is. I think he is an old soul. I think you're going to be surprised. So everyone at home, the fine gentlemen submitted their list to me prior, so there could be no audibles called. This had to be deliberate. This had to be planned out. I will call foul on anyone who tries to throw in a wild card that they hadn't. In the meantime, they could have called me up until any moment prior to this to update their lists. So lists have been solidified. Is that correct, gentlemen?
Yes, sir.
All in.
Okay. Just a quick reminder. Yesterday, you can on the replay, you can check out the Philly podcast. We had our special guest Holden Barter on, awesome singer. Had singer, what's he got? Ring the Bell, Go Birds. Stone Harbor, local guy, has me really thinking. I am not a country dude, but he actually has me hooked on a lot of his stripped down stuff, where it's not like that twangy guitar thing, but like he's got talent. So if you haven't, we do play some clips from last night's. By the way, gentlemen, we got copyrighted dinged on that.
I saw.
Yeah.
Russia.
Yeah, we got no. We got copyrighted for holding stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't
He's
he
like,
say
"Go
he
ahead."
was...
He's like, go ahead,
he's
play
like,
it, dude. I know a guy.
Yeah.
Also, we just officially to remind people. I know you're like, whoa, where's the Hall of Fame Club? Not here. You're right. It was on Tuesday. You missed it. Go back and watch that. We are on Tuesday nights at 9:00. We felt like earlier in the week would be nice, so we can do a whole kind of like we can always recap the weekend and then do a weekly outlook. We were doing it last year at Thursday, and I just felt like it wasn't. I felt like we were missing like a weird content piece. So
you didn't set. You're muted, Fuzz.
It was Wednesdays.
Did we do it Wednesdays last year?
I thought we did.
Could have sworn it was always Thursdays.
Listen,
I'll ask my secretary later. And then we have a special, I said it, special Northeast Philly podcast. So Thursdays will be the regular. We're on an alternating schedule, possibly weekly schedule, but definitely for sure alternating. But this Sunday, we have author Sean Selby on. He is co-host from Corner Pub Sports. They just celebrated their 10th anniversary of podcasting. Sean is the author of No One Likes Us, But We Do Care. That is a book out. It's kind of like, who did did Bob Cooney did the foreword on that thing?
I don't know. I just got the book today.
Yeah, I saw that. I looked it up on Amazon. I was like, oh, Cooney's on this. So Cooney's a great author, too, himself. Like, he's a good writer. He got out at the right time, didn't he? Covering the Sixers.
Ugh.
Gentlemen, do you have any questions before we start tonight's?
Bluetooth disconnected.
You need to take care of that. That sounds like a problem. Your Bluetooth. Okay. All right. Does no questions before we start the spinner? Everyone is comfortable?
I think we're ready.
I'm good.
All right. Do you have a beverage, Tyler?
Say it right here.
Atta girl. Okay, let's get started. Woo! Tyler!
Kidding.
Number one.
Guess gets number one.
Wow. Wow. I promise you, this is not a charity case. We are not doing this by socio-economic status here. That is just the way it happens. So we have spot number 2, dreaded spot number 2. Oh, so bad, so sad. Sorry about that, Buzz. Ugh. All right, and let's just make sure that we officially get JV in the spot. Oh, you'll never know. You will never know if you actually got it. So what we have, and let's just make sure we are good to go on the order here. We have our special guest, Tyler. We have Fuzzy in the loser spot, and JV taking it up the rear.
That sounds like a good Saturday night.
Sounds like how you got your through college.
Got to pay for it some way.
Okay.
$20 is $20.
Yeah, right. Don't throw away good money. Okay. So Tyler,
Yes,
you
sir.
get first pick. I'm not telling you that this is not a big deal, but the pressure is all here. It's all you. You're on the clock. You got a minute, sir.
Don't mess
Don't
this up.
worry. I've known my first pick for a long time. Of course, the best sports movie of all time, and it's near and dear to all Philadelphians' hearts, the original Rocky movie. If you don't get goosebumps anytime any Bill Conti song comes on, you're not a true Philadelphian, coming from a South Jersey boy.
I have thoughts on it. I do. I will save them or reserve them for what you guys want, a judge's opinion. But JV, do you have any thoughts on Rocky going number 1?
I feel like it was predictable. In some way, somehow, it was going to be on somebody's list in the top 3 easily. I mean, as much as I love Philadelphia and their people, we're a little predictable when it comes to certain nostalgic things.
Okay. Follow up question to that. If Tyler hadn't picked it at 1, would you have picked it?
No.
Okay.
It was
That's
not
an
my
honest
top-
question. That's an honest question.
But I'm also not originally from this area. I didn't.
Yeah.
The true underdog story. Let's go the distance.
Yeah, you said it correctly. Story. Great story. Great fictional story. Fuzzy.
Sure, and we made a statue.
Fuzzy, would you have taken that if he hadn't taken it at number 1?
It's not even in my top list that I sent you.
Okay, fair enough. I need you to reveal your own secrets. I am not here to tell. I have actually on this screen here. I have all of, just to make sure that what you guys are calling out is something that has been claimed and you are allowed to call it. I will call foul. His is clean. Fuzz, I'm in agreement. It's not a top 10 to me.
Mm-mm.
I didn't like
I guess
it.
my prediction is wrong, but
Okay.
actually, it wasn't. I said somebody would have a
Yeah.
top 3, and Tyler did.
Ty, no disrespect to you here. I do get people are like, you're strongly in I love Rocky Camp or I hate Rocky Camp. Like, there's no shame there. I'm not even like trying to make fun of you for it. I'm just of the camp that it's a horseshit story.
Yeah.
And you know what? You're gonna hate my list then.
Oh boy. Coming
That's
in.
usually my list, by the way.
His spots 2 through 10 is Rudy. Fuzz, you are now on the clock with a generous minute.
I don't need to really talk about it. It's everyone's go-to movie. You watch it all the time. It's got a great soundtrack, and it is the 2000 classic Remember the Titans. And anybody who doesn't like Remember the Titans is, it should be a top 3 movie pick. It should be a top 3 movie pick if it's not your
And
top
boom
one.
goes the dynamite.
That's how good that movie is. I watch it every time it comes on. It's a great movie. So okay, that's all I got.
Just so everyone knows out there are no wrong answers, but that is the correct number 1 answer. That is the correct. You have zero soul if you watch that movie and go, it was all right, it was fine, it was good. It was all right.
And I'm pretty sure the guy who played from Bertier, I feel like he's from the area.
Hey, Bertier.
I didn't
Man,
know
I
that.
love that movie. So good. I can quote that all day long. It's a good pick. There's not much more I can say about
Top
it.
2 pick.
Yeah, I'll never turn that thing off. That is one that goes on and stays on for the commercials and all. Yeah.
Yep.
Nice pick, man. Well done. JV, go for this.
All right. Well, my number 1 pick came out of the 80s. And I'm a baseball guy. You guys know this. That's my number 1 sport. So my favorite one, with that quote as often as I can, number 1, Bull Durham.
Quality movie.
Yeah. Very quality movie. I will say I have another baseball movie that I think takes that spot, but they're like neck and neck. It could be a moment. You could change the moment you're in, and you're like, it's Bull Durham. It's this one. You know what I mean?
He's got
Yeah,
$1 million arm, but a 5-cent head.
Great lines from that. Such a quotable movie. Because it feels like baseball, doesn't it? It feels like that's a real baseball. Like the talk is real in that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like it feels like that's like what a dugout in a clubhouse would sound like.
Oh, yeah. And it probably shaped a few dugouts with that over the years. Playing baseball in high school, we probably, fell into that feel of Bull Durham. Would we have done that if the movie wasn't out? Chicken or the egg kind of a thing. But yeah, like that's why I wanted to play professional baseball. I was like, I never really care if I get to the majors. I want to play minors just to live that kind of a lifestyle.
What's up?
But
Come on.
I also grew up eventually and realized there's like no money there. So
The son of a bitch is shaking me off, throwing a 2-hit shutout. He's shaking me off.
right.
You believe that shit? It's coming to juice.
Joseph
you
checking
speak
in
to me-
with a little bit of
speak to me
the
well.
left side.
Strong
Oh,
side.
yeah.
Strong side.
By the way, Bertier is from Santa Monica,
California.
So he's close.
Completely,
Close enough.
completely in the opposite ends of the world.
Yeah, he's around here. From
Yeah.
from
around the corner.
From the 48 contiguous United States. My favorite soundtrack is from any Charlie Chaplin movie.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Right.
That joke
course.
originated before things were in color.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So JV, you get to
All
take
right.
us into round 2, pick 1.
So my second pick, it's gonna make Fuzzy mad. I know he really wanted this for his second pick. It's another one that has a great soundtrack. Great story of an underdog, and this one's actually true. Even if he was offsides in the movie,
Oh
it's
God,
Rudy.
God, I've been waiting for it. Rudy was off sides.
Yeah, it's all right. In the movie, he was. Real life, he wasn't. So that's all that matters.
There's so many bloopers that like infuriate people that happen. I think people talk about that one the most in sports
Oh, yeah.
movies. How
When you lose continuity like that, it's tough.
Yeah, that's the one I think that's talked about a lot is the offsides. There's actually continuity issues in Remember the Titans, but that never really throws me off because of the way they kind of filmed angles on it, and it was clever enough.
First day of school was a Saturday. Like,
yeah, there's a lot of
nobody's going to school on Saturday. I don't.
The jerseys never happened. Like,
yeah, I would love to see Joe Montana throw his jersey down.
Again, right. I'm okay with those affordabilities, right? It doesn't take me out of the movie, but like Rudy being offsides, like that's like huge. Like that's like every ref calls that. Every guy lined up offsides. It's like a pretty fundamental thing about football.
Did anyone see the SNL skit with JJ Watt?
Yeah, can't say that I did.
Yeah. We'll have to send it to you because it's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious.
At any point is just so I know the answers to these questions. I'll ask you guys: was Rudy on your list, Fuzz?
No.
Okay. Ty, was Rudy on the list?
Absolutely, number 9.
Now, was it number 9? Did you expect it to be available to you at any point in a later round, or did you think, oh, damn, someone's desperate enough to take that early?
No, I figured someone would probably take it pretty high. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, it never would have been taken from me or Fuzzy. No,
right.
That's 100%. We know
because you have no taste, so it's fine.
Yeah. All right.
That's
Bob
what it
Builder.
is. That's
all right, Bob the Builder.
That's what it is. No taste. Fuzz, can you please get this bad taste out of our mouth with the second pick of the second round?
So, like I said, I had sent this list over to Keith in no particular order. And there's already Bull Durham's already taken, so that's a good pick. But for me, like if I'm sticking, Miracle for me is one of my top, sporting movies. It's the story of the 1980 USA hockey team who beat the Russians, and it was such a huge game. And people forget it wasn't even the gold medal game.
Right? Wasn't it a semi-conference game?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like if they would have lost, they would have been playing for the bronze. But just the whole story of finding out about Herb Brooks and how much he didn't want to cut the one guy because he had a lot of heart. It was for me. That's up there as a movie that I watch all the time if it's on TV.
I'm about to admit, never seen it.
Wow, even the non-hockey guy seen it.
Never seen it. I mean, I'm totally well aware of it. It's not right. But no desire. But I know people love it. Now, I'm actually shocked that Miracle got taken over another hockey movie. 2 other hockey movies that I can actually think of that Miracle went higher than. So I will bring them up as they come up.
I thought about it, but I was like, I'm trying to get all 4 sports in my first 4 picks if they're going to be there. And like, I don't know. I know JV wasn't taking it. I feel like Tyler may have taken it.
Ty?
So.
Well, that's a great movie. A story I've heard from my dad so many times, but I've never seen the movie.
Oh,
Jesus,
you son of a
bitch.
Oh, you didn't have to do that. You really didn't. In no way did you. We get it, dude. We get it. We know.
It's your pick. Do the ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, we know, dude. But you know what? All right, let me give him his intro music for the round.
Oh, man.
You're not getting the music, dude. That was your music.
I just made you guys mad, and you're about to get even worse. Guess what my number 2 pick is?
Air Bud.
Not quite. Never seen it. The second Rocky movie.
Wow. Going a little camp here, but okay.
Don't worry, they're
Fire.
not all Rocky movies from here on out. But that's just, but that's like just another. I mean, you complete the story now. He finally wins, obviously. So, and you hit the Adrian win, and that music goes off.
Yeah, never. I can't. I'm not one that hates the Rocky movies. I don't love them though. I don't know. I just never got the over infatuation with them.
Something super crazy.
Yeah.
Super crazy for me. Rocky didn't get good until 4. I loved 4. I loved 5. I loved 5.
Don't even say that.
4 was Tommy Gunn.
5
right?
was like the worst
Tommy
movie
Gunn.
of all time.
No. Rocky down on his luck. He's back in the streets. He's
He
winning
doesn't
a
even
row
fight.
home again. Sue me for what?
He
Come
doesn't
on,
even
dude.
have a real fight.
Dude, I get it. I don't care. It was way better than the convoluted 1 through 3. 4 was like, come on, we're beating the Russians, so like that's cool. And then 5 was like, she's dead. Adrian died. Duh. I'm trying to make up with my kid here.
That was Rocky Balboa.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh no, who died in 5? Was it Paulie?
No.
No.
Someone died in 5.
No.
Yeah,
Rocky.
his career.
Oh
Yeah. I think
Rocky
they were
5.
gonna have Rocky
His
die.
bank account.
Yeah, maybe I'm
Yeah.
5. No, I like Balboa too. It was fine.
Yeah, he went back to being ugly.
So,
It's a good listen. You definitely have a theme going. This is actually people are pissed at you, dude.
Stay mad.
Yeah,
Stay
people
mad.
are not happy.
I respect it.
Yeah,
I don't have
listen,
to
dude.
like it.
Yeah, don't listen at all. Do not
It's all
back
good.
down. Yeah. Do not give the people what they want whatsoever. You're Tyler. You talk. You get the first round and the third pick, bro.
Yeah. All right. Coming off the greatest boxing movies of all time, Hoosiers.
Oh.
That's a really good pick. That's not on my list
is.
though.
And when he's how tall is that net? How far is that free throw line? All that shit.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a good one.
I mean, it's a good pick, good movie,
Yeah.
good story behind it. But like Fuzz, it was never my my jam, so I didn't get into that one.
Man,
I've seen it probably twice in my life, so
yeah, I can't take Lex Luthor serious coaching a basketball team. Sorry.
Fair enough.
I remember. So for Hoosiers, for me, I remember getting it on. I think I got it for like the $5 or whatever. The video cassettes at McDonald's when they were like doing the movie series, and I played the hell out of that tape. I really liked it. It was like one of those like first time I think I was getting like. I must have been getting into basketball around that time, so like 8 or 9, and it was just like a different kind of sport for me, and it was just like, oh, this is cool. These are older kids playing basketball. But Hackman is like one of those, like, I think every basketball coach tries to act like Hackman from Hoosiers, right?
yeah, it's him or Bobby Knight. Those are your two coaches.
Yeah, I feel like
Don't
he's
act
become
like Bobby Knight. Nobody should act like him.
Yeah. There was another, who's the other coach recently that was caught on film like cursing at all the kids, and then people were like, okay, coaches curse, like, get over it, dude, you're in college.
I think that was Jeremy yelling at his 8-year-olds.
Probably.
No, I like how people kind of like at some point were like, okay, they're past 18. What are we doing here? Like, he's talking to them. That's what we do in sports. You talk grimy.
Yeah.
So
I don't remember who it was, but I know
it
who
was
you're talking
recent,
about.
and they try to, like a cancel type
I
thing.
think it
And
was
they
like, was it Patino? Man, I forget.
it was basketball. It
Yeah.
might even been girls basketball, but I'm not sure. All right, Fuzz. Listen, we're on a roll here. How about you take us to better times?
The Sandlot.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, boy.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You're
boy.
killing me, Smalls.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
That is cross generation.
Yeah.
That has crossed over at least 3 generations now. That film.
Yeah.
Oh,
Great
yeah.
coming of age story.
Yeah.
Listen, my son, who's now 17, junior, playing on his varsity team. That was his favorite movie growing up. And I remember he would have his little table and his portable DVD player, and he would watch the
Yes.
movie all the time. And then the one day he's running through my house and he's doing the scene when the dog is chasing him, and he's like, "Oh shit!" And I'm like, "Oh no, you may have watched this one too many times, there, Chase." But listen, your everyone's reactions. There's no other need to explain the Sandlot.
Oh no.
Oh
It
yeah.
was definitely. I was praying it snuck by there to
No.
this spot, to my
No,
spot, but
No, dude.
I'm going to tell you, it was between this pick, that movie, and the pick that I'm going to get next.
Oh,
you think you're gonna get
You
next?
think you're gonna survive 2 picks here? Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, it is me. I got a feeling I know where he's gonna go, but actually no, maybe not, because he's had all 4 sports.
That's what I'm saying.
So I don't know what his basketball movie is gonna be. But anyway, so my next pick, since Sandlot got bumped, I had to move up to the next spot on the list. Cool Runnings, Jamaican bobsled team.
You know what's funny is I'm actually not going to knock that pick because like I had this conversation with Joe, who's checking in from YouTube, and he actually brought up Cool Runnings, and it's a good movie. I can't knock it. I've never seen it from beginning to end, so I don't. I know they don't win the gold, but I can't knock it.
One of
Okay.
the things about Cool Runnings is you were the only one that didn't have it on their list, Fuzz.
Yeah, I've never seen it from beginning to end.
I am shocked that you were the odd man out on this one. Although you have a couple of really crazy sleepers that are just going to tear people up. So,
like
yeah.
Nashville hot chicken.
I'm telling you, it's like he's going to hit you with it, and you're going to be like, "You son of a bitch."
Eric on his bachelor party.
Woohoo,
So
Sixers
that
lost.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude.
Shocker.
Weren't they beating the Bucks by like 15 in like the first, and then just lost a 15-point lead?
That's the formula.
Yeah, that's how. Trust that process.
Wait,
Here
that's
we
who they-
go,
That's who they
Cooper.
played.
I think they played Milwaukee, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
that dude Giannis had 20 assists
And they took him out.
and 17 rebounds.
I
He's
know.
good.
He's all right. Giannis is all right. He's fine. All right.
Is his brother better, or is he the good brother? I don't know.
I think it's just a good gene pool overall.
Yeah.
You got all the talent for the whole family.
All right. So my next one goes into the football world again. This is one movie that I don't quote a lot, but I enjoy it, and I don't catch it on a lot, but I'll stop and watch it when I do. It was kind of a gritty and dirty movie, especially when I first watched it as a younger kid. The Program.
It's a good movie. Didn't have it on my list. Actually forgot about it. There's actually another football movie I forgot that's not on my list.
There's a couple of you. All 3 of you left out a very excellent movie.
If
Just so
it's
you
what
guys
I'm
know.
thinking it is, then I would disagree with you. But
Okay.
we'll see at the end. We'll see what it is at the end.
I trust me. It's not on your list. It's not on
All
your
right.
list. I already looked. I have done my due diligence.
Yeah.
So the Program. Wow.
Yeah.
It could have gone much later.
I mean, I've enjoyed it. I enjoy watching it. I like the story behind it. I mean, who doesn't like seeing a guy finally break through, but only because he roided up and then get cut off of the team because of it. Spoiler, sorry for anybody that hasn't seen it, but
Thanks.
It's what you would expect to be happening on high school and college campuses on these teams. So, especially in the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
So.
They had to delete a scene from the movie.
Yeah. Well, first of all, that movie got real heavy real quick within the first 10 minutes. So, there's that I remember watching that on HBO young, and oh man, that's really that's pretty graphic.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a good pick, dude. I think you're the only one who had that on your list. Just so you know, that was a unique to you. It was not on. It was not on Tyler's. It was not on Fuzz's. But Fuzz, you get the dreaded 2 pick in round 4.
So I'm actually surprised, with his pick, which now means I can push back my pick.
Oh.
And keep my trend going. And my 4th pick is Glory Road. Glory Road is the story of the University of Texas at El Paso. It was about the first all-black basketball team that played. I'm sorry, not all black, but in the championship game, they played against Duke. It was a Duke or Kentucky. I can't remember.
Reminds me of that. What was that? The Funny or Die sketch that Terrence Howard did. Like, Coach, how are we gonna beat them? They're white. like he's like, are you kidding me? You're like 5 feet taller than all of them. Yeah, but they got flashy moves, but they're white. Was that?
I think it was SNL.
Was it SNL? That's what Glory Road reminds me of.
So it was, but it was Kentucky, and Coach K was actually the point guard on that team. So that's my. I'm kind of glad that I was able to keep my first 4 movies.
Yeah,
you did it, dude.
Now I get the.
Now it's on.
Now it's on.
Not unless Tyler does some damage, because you actually had a lot of overlap with Tyler, more than you actually did with JV.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And cut your beard off.
I think I'm unique.
Tyler with the last pick of round 4.
Get ready to hate me not for the last time of this draft, because my next pick is Rocky 3. Throw it up there.
Now, I believe Rocky 3 was actually with a number, wasn't it?
The what?
Was it with a number or was it with III?
Yeah, it's III.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's when
I don't get why we keep putting
the eye of the tiger, and he makes his comeback from losing the title to Mr. T, and we get to see Mr. T say, "Dead meat."
Clubber Lang, who I knew him only I couldn't at that point. It was so farcical because Mr. T is from the A team and he did some
Baracus.
Yeah, he did some spots in when you all right. The reason for like you see Ivan come out and you're like, yo, that dude can murder him. That dude's on nothing but steroids and he can murder him. It was realistic to me. This, like Rocky 1, 2, and 3, it was just like
I don't know. I mean, you don't think Thunderlips is real? I mean, come on.
All right, man. Listen, these are your picks to waste. I'm not gonna come at your neck any further than that. Take us into round 5.
This one is not a waste. This has maybe the most inspirational scene in any movie ever. Facing the Giants.
What was it?
Facing the Giants. Yeah, and he has like Brock do the death crawl. Give me your best, your very best.
I've only seen that on TikTok.
Oh,
I've never seen the movie. I've seen that scene.
Yeah, I've never seen the movie. I don't even think I've seen. I might have seen the scene, but I don't know. But
I have.
Anytime you need motivation, they go right to that scene.
Yeah, facing the Giants, I remember that being, isn't it like one of those isn't it like one of them church movies? But like people
Yeah.
like it ended up taking off and being like super popular.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
was it the game won on a field goal with a kicker who couldn't kick, and at that time the wind died. The dad was in a wheelchair and he stood
Yeah,
up like
yeah.
this.
Yeah.
I seen them on TikTok.
Yeah.
Probably seen the whole movie on TikTok. Than I
think so too. I just remember I remember all the hashtags being like Jesus was with them.
Yes.
Yeah, Jesus walked with them. There was 12 sets of footprint on the field. I was like, that would have been a flag. Like I can count. That's all right, man. Fuzzy, you are up on round five, pick 2.
All right, so then it now brings me back to my pick, which had just an underrated scene, and it is Gina Davis catching the ball with one hand, and Madonna and Rosie O'Donnell are like, well, some of them are going home.
Yeah.
So A League of Their Own is my pick.
Yes.
Yeah, that one
Very good pick.
That one could have gone in any one of Tyler's 5 previous spots.
And it should have.
Yep.
Hold on. Hoosiers isn't a bad pick.
Yeah, but I would still would have put A League of Their Own ahead of it.
He's an old soul.
I hear you.
So I'm watching the preview of that the trailer for Facing the Giants. I have seen this scene that they're talking about.
Yeah, everyone has.
So okay, I still haven't seen the movie, but I've seen that.
Listen, you were not getting on my back and then making me crawl 100 yards. I'm gonna punch you in your face. We're 10 yards at that.
Let me think. I'm taking a look here, and I'm going back over. I just want to ideally make sure. Okay, never mind. I'm looking at the wrong one. Okay, we're good. That is an acceptable pick. We are good. I forgot, Fuzzy, you had to do something else, right? You sent me 2 lists here.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Okay.
updated it.
Yeah. Okay.
I would say the one list I sent you was just a rough draft.
Yeah.
It was just me rattling off the movies, and then I went and ranked them afterwards.
I didn't need your ranking. I needed to make sure you had. This is not like, oh, they reminded me as there has been someone calling into question that our lists aren't legit and we don't do any show prep. So I'm proving that we don't. I verified all of this. I know it seems a little, but whatever. Okay. Halfway through. We're almost halfway through. We're about to be fully. I'm going to ask one before I'm going to split this up, JV. I want you guys to then take a look at your list. I got a wild card coming up here. JV,
Gotcha.
Pick number 3, round 5.
All right. So again, I'm a baseball guy. So going back to that world, my wife hates this movie. And so that kind of helps it a little bit in my book, but I've always loved it because it's a story of a father and a son just trying to have a game of catch. And that's Field of Dreams.
Yep.
Why did that part make you laugh the hardest, Fuzz?
That's just I guess it's a good movie to hate. I don't like. What do you hate? Field of Dreams. What is she gonna do when she after this? She gonna go kick the cat? Like, who hates Field of Dreams?
People who don't get baseball like that don't understand Field of Dreams. I do understand it. When Field of Dreams came out, I wasn't deeply into baseball. I got into baseball in my 19 or 20, like when I was sometime in college. And then I had seen it afterwards again. I was like, oh, this completely means something else. It does. So there is a type that likes Field of Dreams. That's 100% true.
Hot Rats checking in. Sandlot was the third pick. My third pick. Hot Rats.
All right. So now we're going into a little bit of a wild card situation. Fuzzy, because you have the number 2 pick, it's only fair to give you the first steal halfway through. Now, You can steal from either one of Tyler's list or JV's list at this time. If you decide at this time you are not stealing, it will end the stealing of all this round. No one can steal, but you have the option now to pick from Tyler's list or JV's list.
There isn't no offense, guys. There isn't one movie on your. There's one movie has made the list on this. Two have made it.
That is correct too.
Two
You have made it on here that you have picked,
and they're just not in my top 5.
Gotcha. Okay, fair enough, gentlemen. You are safe. Everyone is safe. Your lists are yours until the last round. Okay, going back around.
I'm not Joe.
No, I that would have been silly actually, but okay. All right, going into round 6, pick one. That is JV.
All right, and my string of baseball movies will continue here. This is one we've quoted a few times. We've talked about on the show. We've gotten kind of romantic about it. Moneyball.
That's on my list.
Yes, it
I
is.
knew it would be. Honestly, I thought
cool.
it might have been one of your.
It was between
higher
that.
picks,
It was
so.
between that and A League of Their Own.
That is, I heard great things. Couldn't put it on my list. Never seen it.
You need to.
It
changes. It'll actually change the way you think about the game of baseball a little bit too.
Don't take it too seriously. It's not highly accurate.
Right,
Yeah.
but it does make you
Like-
think. Some of this stuff
The
could be a
conversations.
different thought of different process of building a baseball team.
Right.
Yes, and while listen, I love the movie. I loved the whole aspect of the season. But let's not act like they didn't have superstars on that team.
What does Giambi do?
Right.
They had Jason
Jets
Giambi. They had
on base.
They had what's his name? They had Miguel Tejada. Who was it? They had Tim Hudson. They had really good players. I understand that they had the David Justice's of the world.
They had a lot of league minimum guys.
The Scott
Hatterback
Hatterback of the
that
world.
allowed them to carry the bigger contracts.
let's-
Yes, 100%.
Let's not act like they didn't have stud superstars on their team.
Tejada alone was, you know what I'm saying?
Pretty sure he won the MVP that year.
Yes, he did.
Right.
It's like listen, I love the movie. It's just come on.
There's that's why I said it's a little romanticized. It's dude, it's definitely a great watch. I will give you that.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt's phenomenal in it. It's the same character he plays in almost every movie where he's he's basically playing a baseball GM version of Rusty from the Ocean's movies, I would say.
100%.
Okay.
100%.
That's what I would say. And
When I point at you, you talk.
You talk.
He's the drama version of Will Ferrell.
I'll give it. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So Jonah Hill. I don't love him as a person. I don't think. I feel like his whole vibe seems kind of weird sometimes. But as an actor, he's phenomenal. I can't take that away from him. So he is so worth watching in the role he's in.
Goal.
Yeah. You should watch that one. I'm going to tell you right now, if there's anything on here that you haven't seen, I'm going to call Moneyball out right there. How can you not be romantic about baseball? So good. Fuzzy, if that was there on his list higher, would you have stolen?
Yes.
Okay. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
All right, Fuzz, you get you apparently all of your plans are falling into place here for you. You are taking round 6, number 2. I can't believe you're going to get this.
So this movie is a classic. It's also 45 years old. I don't think it is Caddyshack.
Yep.
Ah, yes.
I cannot believe you got Caddyshack in the bottom half.
Not Caddyshack 2, Caddyshack.
Yeah.
Let me be a staunch defender. I appreciated Caddyshack too.
So did I. I loved Randy Quaid in that. He was a great
yeah.
character.
Have you seen either one of them, Ty?
Caddyshack, yeah. Rodney Dangerfield steals that movie.
Hey, I gotta tell you, I get no respect. Yeah.
I would have had that higher on my list, but I think I was like my sports movies. I'm going for more like not comedy, just motivational or inspirational or whatever.
Listen. This is these picks are what you guys watch.
Right.
You know, for me, I don't watch Rocky when it's on. I don't watch Rocky 2 when it's on, and I don't watch Rocky 3 when it's on. It's just it's nothing against you. It's just I didn't like them. I know that makes me a terrible Philadelphian.
Sure does.
I wonder if any. So you're 26, right?
28.
28. I wonder
You
if
forget that
anyone
again.
else, like in your age bracket, is kind of like completely bobbing and nodding their head to like what you've got here. If other 28-year-olds relate to what you got going here.
I would have. If I had to guess, I would say yes because that means his dad
Yeah.
grew up on that and was like,
Right.
you know, that this is a
Right.
classic.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So like it's like
my dad grew up on alcohol, so there was no classics.
we're definitely getting that one for a short. That's gonna be a short. It's a long story, but it'll be a short. That's a good pick. That's a good pick, Fuzz, with Caddyshack. Ty, guys, we're doing really good with some time here. Let's get you into the last pick of round 6.
There we go. Yeah, so definitely a come together as a team movie. Coach Carter.
It's a good
Yeah.
one. I actually
Yeah.
forgot about that. That's a good
Yeah.
movie.
I never seen it, so I couldn't put it on my list, but I heard some good about it. So
That's a good movie. It's a good pick.
I've caught a couple of scenes
great
here and
movie.
there, and so the scenes look good. It's just that I've never thought to put it on. Like when I'm scrolling through, unless I happen to catch it, I probably won't actually watch it.
Sometimes you forget it's him.
Yeah.
He you've seen him in so many different movies. He plays a million different characters. But like this is like one of those the roles that he's in that I feel like it definitely looks like him, but it looks like him. They age him up a lot in this movie because what year did Coach Carter come out?
2003, if I had to guess without looking.
Yeah. If you take a look at some of the things, look at him.
2005.
5. So take a look at him now. I feel like he looks younger now than he did when he filmed Coach.
Yeah.
Is it because of the hair? Because they did the hair story, the hair style makes it look dated.
Probably.
Because it's supposed to take place in what, the 80s,
No, 2000s.
90s.
I don't even know.
Yeah. I love it when he goes out to the kid. He picks the kids up from work and brings them to the game or to practice.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, man. Look, that's your second half is starting off really strong. I'm hoping that your first one was just sentimental, like you just being sentimental in the moment.
Had to get the
And
Rockies
6
out of
through
the way.
10 is going to be solid. And
They're coming. They're coming in now. Had to get the Rockies out of the way.
All right, got it off your chest. All right, give us kick off round 7. Pick one.
Yeah. Another actual true underdog Philly story. Invincible.
Oh, God.
And
I hate that movie.
what's that?
There was no touchdown.
I don't. I let me rephrase it. I do like the movie. Let me rephrase it. I do like the movie. I just hate. I understand it's based on a true story.
Yeah.
He wasn't as poor as people said he was.
Right.
He
right.
played semi-professional football. It's
Right.
he didn't score the touchdown. So
But as a movie, it makes for a great movie. Right.
yes.
It's more realer than Rocky.
I will.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will say this, and this is going to really shock Keith and JV. I read the book, and the book is so much better than the movie.
I
You
didn't
know
know
how
you
to
could
read?
And I got
I hate you both.
one time a Father's Day gift from my dad, like a cameo from Vince Papale talking about the movie. So that that's kind of cool.
Yep, that is pretty cool.
I did.
Yeah.
I used to work for Washington High School, the football team, and then every year they used to do the Northeast Washington game, and it would be at their field, their super site, and Vince would do the play-by-plays for Comcast at the time, so we'd be all up in the booth together. Really nice dude. Like, he's just a very he. As a matter of fact, I think him and I met Tony Danza like doing like games like that. I think both of them have like one of those memories where like they meet you one time because like when they met me again, they were like they call me by name. So I think they both have like those like never forget a face, name, person, place, time type situation. And
Was this Tony Danza the kicker?
no, this was Tony Danza. Angela, Samantha. Yeah, remember he was teaching over at Northeast High School?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so like he would come out to every football game and he would say hi to everybody and we'd be on the field pregame and like talk. He'd come out. So like I met him at Washington. He was gonna go like to one of those schools, any of the schools in Philadelphia he was looking at. He eventually went with Northeast, but he interviewed with us, so he remembered my name from that meeting, which blew my mind away. Like the guy is like really smart.
Yeah,
but
like see that movie. I think it was the fact that it was Mark Wahlberg. I'm not a big fan of him, so it kind of
people complain about the hair.
Me back, yeah.
People
pushes
complain
me
about
back
the hair.
on the movie and enjoying it when I don't like actors. So, excuse me.
Listen, it's not a bad pick because I'm saying it's better than the make believe at 1, 2, and 4.
Yeah.
All right, Fuzz. Invincible. What do you think? Can you beat it?
We are Marshall.
Oh, you son of a.
All right. Hold on.
And it was funny because
nothing about that movie was supposed to be funny.
No, because the next pick that I pick is going to be the pick that this was going to be. But I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go We Are Marshall.
Yeah.
I
love that movie.
It's on your list. It's not on Tyler's.
Did not know that
seen it once a long time ago. Didn't really remember it.
Gotcha.
Did not know that freshmen couldn't play varsity.
That was a rule in the what do you call it, for a long time in the NCAA?
Yeah. It was an eligibility thing.
Yeah,
it was like it was really insurance, I believe.
I think it was the NCAA just trying to quote unquote protect these young players.
Yeah,
and get more longer time out of them, so when they go to the NFL or they go through college, they're older, more mature, and
remember the red shirt also existed like as a rite of passage and not as like you know what I mean? Everyone
almost a punishment. Yeah.
So like that was a different time. Now people make millions on being in the portal and transferring. So and that's not the answer either, but the previous thing wasn't the answer. So I get it. I get where people are standing on it.
Yeah.
Fuzz, you're closing out round 7, opening round 8.
JV.
So,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm not
sorry. I'm sorry. JV, you're closing out round 7, opening round 8. Is there anything you would have stolen up to this point?
We Are Marshall.
Okay.
That would have been the pick here.
So look at where we're at, guys. Basically, what everyone else here is saying is your top half, while it means something to you, it doesn't mean shit to me.
Right.
Okay. All right. You guys like your bottom half where this is where you're getting into everyone is being unanimously, these are great movies.
Probably, yeah. I would say that.
Okay. That's surprising. I'm shocked you guys went for so personal early on and allowed some of these to hang out there in the end. But okay.
It was one of those, it's a pride thing. I wanted to make sure I got the ones I liked. And the ones that I knew what I kind of went through it. I'm like, you know what? I can live with this one being down a little bit further because I think it's going to get picked anyways. So it's going to be on the list, and I'm good with it.
Right.
You know, I wanted to make sure I got mine.
What I'm saying is, I know you got back-to-back picks. If
Yeah.
you're going for one of the ones that I believe you should be going for right now, that one better go before the other one.
My next pick probably could have gone in the top 5 in a lot of movie drafts. It's 42. Story of Jackie Robinson. Like it's one of the stories outside of the one where he played himself. I think it's one of the best told stories of that situation.
We're talking Chadwick's finest performance.
Yeah.
I'm sure, Tyler, you've definitely seen 42.
I never saw it. That's why I couldn't have it on.
You got to get there, man. There's two.
There's going to be a lot of those coming up. Movies I've never seen.
It's okay. But 42 is within the last decade.
So
it's Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah. And,
Yeah.
you know, Ben Chapman
need to-
really made Philadelphia look bad. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know people who still carry, like people from Philadelphia who still carry a grudge against the Phillies for how they treated, just
how they treated the Dodgers and
Dodgers
Jackie.
overall, not just Jackie, but the Dodgers and like just an organ, right? So like,
Here's the thing, like Philly was just one of the more vocal teams about it. Go figure. Philadelphia people vocal. But it wasn't uncommon. Like they weren't in the quote unquote minority of teams at that time that were just so accepting of Jackie. No, like it was very much the entire league still against them, still against him being there. And, it was just the way it was. Nobody opened up. And even guys on the Dodgers didn't open up for a long time into that season before they became accepting of the fact that he was, even before when he signed and he was in the minors playing in Montreal, it was the same thing there. And that was these northern states. So it's
being oppressed at that time for having a girl's name. It's tough to take.
Yeah. All right. We'll lighten that up. All right. So the next one I'm going to go, also we'll lighten it up a little bit. This is the story of, this is an underdog story. The kids beating up everybody, the big dogs in town. It's Little Giants.
All right.
Forgot about it.
So that was your one sleeper. So
What do you mean?
that was your one sleeper.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was not on anybody else's list at all?
No one else's.
No, that was lower. That was lower down on my list.
On yours? Hold on. There was one on your list I could not identify. It was either you planning where you were burying a body, or it was Little Giants. I'm not sure.
I'm surprised you read any of it.
I did. Dude, I'm a teacher, dude. I can read pretty shitty handwriting. But was that the one on?
I had it number 27.
27?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure if that was an L or a U or a Sigma. I wasn't even sure.
Yeah.
I see like what you wrote about it.
Yeah. And they get to beat the Cowboys.
That could have been anything.
True.
That could have been cute together. Oh yeah, maybe all right. Maybe context clues could have helped there.
All right.
You wrote bet the Cowboys. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
All right.
I can read it.
Okay, listen. Good for you, bro. Not a bad pick with Little Giants. Anything Ed O'Neill, right? Rick Moranis.
Yeah. It was one of Rick's last movies. I don't think he did much after that. I think he left, started taking care of his kids. It was The Fridge, Becky the Fridge. Then you see some of these kids grow up.
No. And there's the JV moment of the night.
Dummy of the week.
That is not
What?
correct.
It is Icebox.
Icebox. My bad.
That is not correct.
All right. So
We won't hold
Move
it
on.
against you.
Move on. We are going
Watch
to
out
hold
for
it
that
At
against
least I'm not
Burke
saying Bryson
Champions
Scott
and
should be benched.
doozy.
That's a doozy.
Social plays every day.
All right, take me into second pick of round 8, Fuzz.
I'm gonna put it on the screen. It's on my list.
That is, man, that is that. So, guys, I'm not gonna write the whole thing. I'm just gonna write dodgeball.
Just right dodgeball. Yeah.
Yeah. That to me would have been top 3. 100%.
Looking at it, absolute. I mean, it would have been top 4. It would have been top 4. If I could replace Glory Road with dodgeball, I would. But I had a thing going on how I wanted to do it. I'm actually shocked it lasted until the 8th round.
Yeah. Yeah, that's downright disrespectful. That's shameful, actually. All of you have done a poor job because that you let that go to 8, but Fuzzy gets like a redemption point here for actually picking it at this point. But it's just very disappointing to have you guys not have dodgeball up there. It is 100% a sports movie. It is really like the epitome of sports, right? It's of like a rec league type thing. It's your average Joes. Anyone can join a dodgeball team and get in there and have fun. And then you have some slapstick humor, but it's a great story.
Steve the Pirate. Arg.
Oh, that's okay. Bonus points if you guys know who that is.
He's from V. He's from one of the cartoon shows. I can't think of it. Give me a second. It's
he's in so much stuff.
He's Ben Chapman.
Okay. It's Alan Tudyk. I'll
Yes.
give you Ben Chapman. All right.
I love Alan Tudyk or Trudyk, whatever his last name, however you say his last name. Like,
He's such a
when he
good
does
actor.
voice stuff and
Yeah.
he does just so many weird characters all the time, it's great.
His voice acting, he's in all the DC stuff. He's been in Serenity. He's in this show that I just watched that I loved was Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency. He always plays quirky.
he had a
He's in
show-
Resident Alien.
That's it. I was saying he just had a show, Resident Alien.
Yeah, he's
Where he
quirky
was
and
actually the
everything.
lead.
Yeah, I love him.
And he was in what was that movie where they worked for superheroes? They worked for Batman.
Yeah,
the
he was
TV
he
show.
was in charge. It was with Vanessa Hutchinson and Danny Pudi. Was it Undercover? No. No Powers or Underpowered or whatever it was. I was so upset that thing got canceled. That was a great show. But yeah. Oof. Tyler, Dodgeball, have you seen it?
Never seen it.
Oh, you
Heard great things.
Powerless.
That
Powerless.
means you matter
That's it.
than all 3
Powerless.
Rockies.
right.
Dodgeball?
Hey,
You're on the
Tyler.
clock. Hit the draft thing. He's on the clock.
Tyler, you're not alone.
All right. Well, my next pick is an all-time classic, of course.
You sure?
Rocky 7.
1,000.
The Michael Jordan Space Jam.
Oh, okay, that's not bad. That's
Yeah.
not bad. We were actually talking about this at work, and I was like, I ain't never seen the LeBron one, and I ain't never going to.
I saw it. It was terrible.
Unfortunately, I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Did you say Space Jam 2?
No, the original Jordan one. I saw 2, but it was terrible.
Because I'm about to say you're about to get taken off the screen.
No, but definitely have to see the original Lola Bunny.
That's a good pick. I can respect it.
Yes.
No, tell me why do I have to see the original Lola Bunny? What are you talking about, Tyler? Why don't you kind of explain to people?
Get in a dark room, turn off all the lights, and
Hey
just
now.
Google her.
Wow. Was that
Hey,
Jessica
now.
Rabbit?
They literally said that was the goal of Lola, was to really make people thirst over her. They knew what they were doing.
With her and Jessica Rabbit? Yes, they did.
Mhm. Yeah,
Mhm.
that was the animators. They said, "Yo, you have to make this character sexy." So they did. Anima. What is it? Anima.
I don't know. Go to the
Yeah.
next pick.
Zha. Tyler, keep it going. Starting off round 9.
Yeah, well, this is would be way higher on my all-time list if it was a standalone movie, but number 6 in the series, Rocky Balboa. But I do love that the old man has one more fight left in him, that whole one, just one more thing to go. And he gives the second greatest speech in movie history. Doesn't matter how hard you can hit. Whatever he says, I don't know.
It's the greatest
Matters
speech
how
and
hard
whatever
you
he
can
says.
Get hit and keep coming forward.
How much
Right?
you can take
Is that what
and
it is?
keep going forward. That's how winning is done.
That's how winning is
I've
done.
never even seen it, but I think that was the quote or close to
Yeah.
it.
Let me tell you something. I've been hit in the head a lot, so I don't really remember all the quotes.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's... Sorry, I won't do that quote again. Fuzz, take us to your second to last pick, sir.
I can't believe it's still here. I mean, I thought JV would have picked it.
I think I know what you're going with, and I was just plotting out my next few picks, and,
And
I'm
I'm
like,
like-
yeah, that one's not going to be there. I
like-
want it at the next spot, but
Like The Natural. Like, come
Yeah.
on. Robert Redford, and he faces the fake Babe Ruth at the beginning of the movie, and they get shot.
they get
like,
shot.
like-
Yeah, corner Pub Sports had that one cornered early on. It said
Yeah.
The Miracle and The Natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Kim Basinger.
Yeah.
Robert Redford.
No, not Kim Basinger. It was
She was too.
Yeah, but relax.
It was
Rose-
Kim Basinger, however you say her last name.
you're right, because Barbara Hershey is the one who shot him.
Yeah.
Kim Basinger was the one who was trying to get him to be bad so that the team could get sold.
You're
And
Yep.
then Glenn Close was his baby's mama.
baby mama.
Yeah.
Yep. And who was
Alf,
Diabetes.
Winfred, yeah.
yeah.
Diabetes. and Robert Duvall was in it too.
Yeah, he was the reporter, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying like he's like, oh, I know this guy from somewhere. Reporter, yeah.
the guy who was supposed to play the character of Babe Ruth that he strikes out ends up playing Babe Ruth in a Babe Ruth movie later, doesn't he?
No, he ends up being. This is going to be crazy, and you can look this up after you make your 2 picks, JV. The guy he strikes out in the beginning of the movie, I'm almost certain,
It's
is
someone.
the mayor in the remake of the 2005 classic Dukes of Hazzard. I'm almost positive it is, and if that is, it is. And again, that goes back to my useless knowledge. If that's the correct person.
Yeah, but
You
he's
made
been in other stuff.
You're
like
really
he's,
close. He was the governor, not the mayor.
Oh, shut up.
Wow,
Like,
that
He's
is
also in Joe Dirt.
Joe Dirt.
Yes.
Yep, Joe Dirt. Throw some respect
Joe
on that.
Dirt. Yeah, sorry.
JV, you
All right.
are giving me your last 2 picks.
right. So my
why
last
don't
2
you
are
go with-
both comedies.
Okay.
One is about a sport that's actually really boring to watch, in my opinion. And if Dickie's on the chat, I'm sure he's going to light me up for it. Nope, not quite that funny.
Oh,
And this one also made me realize I seem to have an obsession with this actor as well. So my movie is Tin Cup.
oh, you suck. Oh, you
Why
suck.
do I suck?
Oh, you suck. Happy Gilmore is a way better golfing
Not
movie than
Happy
Tin
Gilmore.
Cup.
Eh,
Yeah, and I don't even have those 2 on my thing. And actually, I'll say this: Tin Cup was actually on the list when I was discussing with the guy at work, and I was like, we were trying to think of it. I'm like, Kevin Costner's in it,
Renee
Don
Russo,
Johnson's in it.
right? Renee Russo, Don
Remember?
Johnson.
They make the bet, and he hits the ball, and it just keeps
Down
going.
the street?
And
Yeah.
going,
Yeah,
and
the road.
going and going.
Yeah, I think I saw that once or twice. I liked it. I mean, it was like so Tin Cup Up is like Days
Cheech
of Thunder
was in
for
it.
me. It's like Days of Thunder, right?
Yeah.
It's a great movie, but I wouldn't consider it greatest of like that. Maybe Days of Thunder is the greatest racing movie because it's like
yeah, there's not many other racing movies I'd put with Days of Thunder.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
Ford versus
Okay.
Ferrari, maybe, but
Oh yeah. Yeah. No,
That's
even
about
Days
it.
of Thunder beats Ford versus Ferrari, and which
Yeah.
I loved.
And what was the one with Matt Damon, where he
The
was
Martian.
Shelby. It was something about the Mustangs. Was that Ford versus Ferrari
That was
as
Ford
well?
versus
Yes.
Ferrari. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah. It
I
was
thought
an
it was a
all-star
different movie
cast.
that he
Dude.
was in. Yeah.
No, that was an all-star cast.
Okay.
Yeah. So take us out with your last pick.
My last pick, another comedy, but this one's about basketball, and
I'm
it's
playing
a classic.
basketball.
White Men Can't Jump,
That's on my list.
It is.
as it should.
It is.
Anything to get Rosie O'Donnell, or not Rosie O'Donnell. Jesus Christ.
Rosie
Rosie
Perez.
Yes.
Perez.
As soon as I said it, I knew I was wrong. Wrong names coming out of my mouth.
We already
Rosie
had her
Perez.
one sports movie.
Bouncing around and getting ready for Jeopardy. It was definitely an enjoyable movie.
White Men Can't Jump, your last pick. Take a look at your list. How do you feel in your rankings right now?
I mean, considering what was picked in place of certain things, and I had to work my way through it, I'm happy with it.
Okay. One question, JV.
Yes.
Okay. Could you beat Tyler's list? Does your list beat
Not
Tyler's
possible.
list?
I believe so, because he has way too many Rocky movies in
Not possible. I have
Okay.
4 Rocky movies.
there. But that's
Alright.
exactly why I would beat it. I at least have some variety. I got golf, basketball, baseball, football,
Okay. All right. Confident.
bobsledding.
What follow up? And I know I said I only had one. What about Fuzzy's list?
That one's a little bit tougher.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a Donnybrook.
Okay. So you're saying it comes down to his 10? That would be like the make it or break it?
I don't know. Possibly.
Okay. Fuzzy, on the clock. What is your last pick?
Oh.
You have some really good ones here, man.
I got 3. 2 are in the 70s, one's in the 80s. I gotta go Bad News Bears.
Which one?
The OG. Get the hell out of here.
Okay.
Let them play. I mean, and don't get me wrong, the one with Bad Santa was pretty good too when they started drinking, when the kid was pissed off that it was non-alcoholic beer. But Bad News Bears, the OG.
I was shocked by how good Billy Bob Thornton's remake was.
It was good. It was really good. They got Kelly Leak down to
Yeah.
funny
I was
story.
shocked. The original is way better. Walter Matthau, home
Yeah.
run. Still holds up. It's a 70s movie. Have you seen that, Ty?
No, that makes my top 10 of movies I've never seen. For
So,
sure. You could,
I'll say. So
Pretty sure you're just going to take this list and just binge the
As you
list.
should.
Anything
yeah,
you haven't
yeah,
seen,
I think
you gotta
that's my
binge
goal
and
for
check
this
it off.
week now.
So,
Kelly Leak in the original, if I'm 100% correct, is
Here we go.
Freddy Krueger, and he's in Watchmen, and I want to say his name is Rorschach, but I don't know if that's correct.
Rorschach is the name of the character in Watchmen.
And
Yes,
what's his?
That is who it is.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. So Tyler, let's go to
Yes, sir.
you. Let's go to you, bud. Listen, JV pretty much called you out on the carpet. He said your list is dookie butts. That is actually a quote. If you want to go back and listen to
Mhm.
it later, I don't know if you caught it, but he just said it was dookie butts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, okay, you did hear that. Good. I just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure.
Bring it.
What's your response? You can clearly see he's done this game, right? He is out. He's done. This is all the best he can give you.
Right. And well, I just have to say that I mean you picked Tin Cup. You went to the funny golf movies and you didn't pick Happy Gilmore. What's that about?
I felt like Adam Sandler, as much as I love him, it can get overplayed. So
In this case, he was underplayed, not used at all.
Yep.
Okay, bro.
All right. Well, let's move on. Let's go to number 10 there.
Hey, listen, we're moving on. I don't even care how he feels about Fuzzy's list. I just think that him calling you out for Tin Cup is beautiful.
4 Rocky movies.
You could have. I'm
If
the
we,
guy who
if we
said
went
Rocky
11
4.
rounds, I would have had 5.
I'm dinging him for not putting Rocky 4 on there at this point.
Right. He should have just started and just ran with the theme. He probably would have got all 10, right?
He would have ran the table.
Yeah.
For sure.
Tyler, you've been awesome, dude. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
We do appreciate everybody, but you've been awesome. You're a good sport. Why don't you close out your list for us? And then we're not doing honorable mentions. There is a trick at the end here. So your last pick, Tyler, give it.
Well, this is another Stretch the Truth movie, but a great movie nonetheless. The Blind Side. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm all right with it.
I
Like
like
the placement.
the whole story.
All right. That's a very good pick. Not a true story at all. He's having clearly issues with it. He is suing her about it, right? That's a whole thing.
Yeah.
So, feel good movie if you just stop there and don't read anything else about that story.
Absolutely feel good white movie.
He just said this was fiction. It would have been great.
Yeah. So here we go. It's time for a wild card. Fuzzy, you get to pick one movie from either any movie you want right now. You have to do it. Name one movie that is on Tyler's list.
Steal or delete?
He has to name one movie that is on your list.
Invincible.
Invincible. You are selecting Invincible. Is that correct?
Yes.
At this time, where are you placing Invincible on JV's list?
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Moneyball.
Fuck you. That could be a good movie too. Invincible Moneyball.
Okay. Thank you.
That
At
list
this
makes,
time,
that
Tyler,
list makes so much better for him.
take a look at Fuzzy's list
Uh-huh.
and select a movie.
He hasn't seen like half my
Well,
movies.
well, I had this number 3. Remember the Titans.
Okay. JV, pick a movie on Tyler's list.
Rocky 3.
Don't delete my Rockies.
Yo.
I don't know where this game is going, but I feel like I need to do something about Rocky 3. Whatever it is.
Yo. Hold on now. Okay, hold on. This is messed up.
There ain't no way you're replacing Remember the Titans with Rocky 3.
Okay, here we go. At this time, I have a number from 1 to 10 already picked out. It's already done. Okay? As a matter of fact, just so I don't have it, I'm making it really big, so there's no way this can be messed up. Okay. Tyler, what is your guess from 1 to 10?
3.
Okay. JV.
7.
Okay. Fuzzy.
8.
It's a deuce.
Tyler.
All right.
Tyler.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Pick anything from JV's list.
I'll take Rudy. I was in with him on that.
Fucking, oh my God. Fuzzy, where is that going on your list?
Rocky
Maybe-
3.
I'll take it back.
And then one last, because that. Hold on, let me make sure I got everyone. Tyler, you got 2 moves. Fuzzy, you got 2 moves.
No.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, yeah, just now, yeah.
You did. That was your second. And JV, you got the first. And then
No, the only one I had
you're
was
right. You get
Rocky
one more.
3.
Yep.
Oh,
Nope.
no,
You
but-
get one more, but you don't know what it is. It's a random
Right.
switch. There's 3 random switches. So you guys get 2 random switches. You don't know where the switch is going.
All right.
So you have to be careful what you're actually picking. You got it by now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hold on. Let me pick it. It's right here. Look at Tyler's list.
All right.
Pick one title.
I'm going to go with Space Jam.
Okay. Where are you putting it on your list?
Fucking Rocky 3.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
Bringing it back. Bringing it back.
Dude's been cut like 4 times.
Oh my God. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen,
Number
this
5 on my
is
list.
your final standings of the Ultimate Sports Movie Draft Night. Okay? If you were going to now stand on business, Tyler, who would
Yeah.
you be able to beat with your list?
All both of them for sure.
Both of them. Okay.
Yep.
Fuzzy, who would you be able to beat?
Wait, are you serious question?
Yep. Even with that last moment switch, you now have Rudy and you don't have Remember the Titans.
Yeah, and they both just went through a table. They're both out.
Okay.
I replaced Rudy with Remember the Titans. Other than being Rudy offside, other than Rudy being offsides, people still watch that movie and love that movie.
Okay. My man's okay with it. JV, who are you beating?
I'm still beating Tyler.
Okay.
Man, it's got 4 Rocky movies on there. Bull
That would
Durham
take-
alone will take all 4 out.
All right. So now that you
Bull
guys are
Durham's a
done
big show
talking,
compared to them.
now that you're done talking your smack, here's the actual voting. You ready? Tyler,
Yeah.
you now have a choice. Who are you picking, Fuzzy or JV?
Let me see here. The top of Fuzzy's list is probably the best. I'll go with Fuzzy.
Fuzzy's down. JV, who are you voting for, Tyler or Fuzzy?
Fuzzy.
There's our winner, ladies and gentlemen. Fuzzy has won the Ultimate Sports Movie Draft Night. I'm just letting you know, people in the audience are just saying it. Fuzz wins by far with the easiest win ever. David, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. We went a little longer, but we wanted to make sure we got 10 rounds in this time.
I mean, to be fair, I still think Fuzz and I were pretty close. I could see the edge going to
No
Fuzz.
love, but okay.
That's like a 1 and a 2 facing 7.
So
Like-
here's where I took off major points for you, JV. All right.
That's fine.
And I'll just let you know where you could have actually won this whole thing. But
I'm gonna guess Tin Cup was one of them.
well, right, that you went bad with Tin Cup, right? You didn't use. Let me tell you this right now. This is a killer one. You did not use. You did not use the replacements.
Yeah.
Very foolish move. You actually had it, I believe, in your top 10 or maybe or something like that.
Oh no, that list I sent you was not. It wasn't ranked in any way. It was just
Okay.
mental rolling off the top of my head.
And Cool Runnings, you could have just taken Karate Kid, and you would have won. Hands down, you would have won.
Eh.
If you would have gotten rid of Cool Runnings and Tin Cup, you would have won. 100%.
It's all right.
Yep. Fuzz. Where did Tyler go wrong?
Rocky.
All right, that's easy enough. Let me check that off.
And there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, he likes Rocky. I'm not gonna knock a guy for liking a movie. It's
Don't forget the 8-seed Sixers beat the 1-seed Bulls.
Yeah. I mean, people are in agreement. This is where you went seriously wrong, sir, with your list. You were that and Tin Cup. I just don't know what to tell you. I feel like at this point you didn't take it serious.
Can I run off my list of that I didn't?
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
So I listen. This is actually a list I took. Somewhat serious. I don't know why, but I didn't pick Like Mike. I didn't pick Mystery Alaska. I didn't pick Mighty Ducks. I didn't pick Over the Top. I didn't pick Jerry Maguire. I didn't pick White Man Can't Jump. I didn't pick Friday Night Lights. I didn't pick Rocky IV. I didn't pick the Karate Kid 1984 version. I didn't pick Slapshot. I didn't pick Ready to Rumble, which I was that close to putting it in there.
I'm very upset no one did that. I thought you were going to pick Ready to Rumble.
But the way that it was going, I was like, I'm winning this.
You thought it would have been a throwaway, and I would have given you bonus points for sticking to that. That's a ballsy move, but a great quotable movie.
Talladega Nights.
Great one.
Sixth Man. I don't know if anyone remembers that.
Is that the ghost one where he was a ghost? Yeah.
And my last pick.
That it shouldn't have been your last pick, sir.
Bring it on.
It should not have been your last pick. So, for those of you who aren't in the know, Bring It On is 2000?
I think so.
2000 cheerleading movie, Spirit Jazz Fingers.
Yeah.
Right. Great cheer movie. What's her name in it? She's
Kirsten Dunst.
Kirsten Dunst.
No.
Elijah Dushku.
No. Gabrielle Union. Yeah. I think that was the first movie I saw Gabrielle Union in, and I was like, yo, she's gonna be big. And then she wasn't. But I thought she was gonna be big.
She kind of faded out.
Yeah.
Popped in a couple of spots here and there.
Yeah, I just thought she was so good in it. She carried that. I felt like she carried most of that movie.
She was the one you're like, oh, she's back. She's back. Oh, wait, no, this was just a one-time deal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because I'll Bring It On 2, 3, 4,000. Yeah. That would have been on Tyler's list if he had seen all of the Bring It Ons.
And then the last one that didn't make my list, which is one of my favorite movies. We went and saw the movie. We went and saw it in the movie theater. Missy Peregrine and Stick It, the gymnastics movie.
Yes.
It's all good.
I'm glad that didn't come up in my my rough draft either.
And JV, when you sit there and set that text and said this is going to be hard, I don't know how you could like.
Well, I was rambling off, like I said, I did my rough draft. There was 44 movies on there, and that's still forgetting some. And then I'm like, well, now I can start breaking it down into 10. And then I got to the 10, and I'm like, well, now I need to start having some extras in case they get picked. And I'm like, and then I went and rewrote my top 10 again, like 3 times. And I'm like,
we should have been.
That's what was killing me.
We should have been able to rewrite during the show because ain't no way in hell I thought Rocky would have got picked.
Right.
Should have seen it coming.
Should have seen it. Should
I
have seen my stupidity coming.
I seen one Rocky coming that I wasn't expecting the rest of the rest of them to come with it.
Well, yeah, it definitely wasn't.
Always the wild card.
So I'm gonna.
People think I'm joking about that. I love the Rocky series.
Listen.
Nobody thinks you're joking, bro. You proved it tonight. You really like it.
What?
We get it.
You're not the only one. So it's,
Look, all right. Here, you're all getting dinged for not having at least this on your list. Okay, all of you are getting a ding for not. Well, some of you actually had the following movies and you did not say them. So The Longest Yard.
Which one?
I would have accepted either the original or the remake. They are both acceptable, both fine. The remake's even, I might even say, is funnier than the original.
I think I know where you. I agree. If this is the movie, I think it is
You can say it. I mean,
The Longest Yard.
it's not The Longest Yard.
I thought the remake of The Longest Yard was funnier than the original.
It is.
But
It is. I'm saying
thoroughly
that.
enjoyed both.
Yeah, that's why I said I like the original, and I like the fact that they have, Bert, like he did both. Like he came back to play whatever. No one had The Last Boy Scout.
Wasn't a fan
Never.
of it.
I don't think I've seen it past the first scene, the opening scene of him.
It's a great crime
Yeah.
thriller. It does take place all within football. It's all the start of the movie starts with it. The climax of the movie it finishes with it. They get the intensity of football right in it, and it's a crime drama. So I was a little sad that didn't get on there. And I was also sad that I didn't see Airborne.
Derek, because I didn't like Any Given Sunday. It's 3 hours long.
I'm telling you, the movie is good. I'm Al
It was
Pacino.
on my original list of 44. For Any Given Sunday, I enjoyed the movie. It just, as I went back around a few times, it just didn't make that top 15 cut. It was just, there was movies like I had The Replacements on there. I had Ali with Will Smith. I thought was a great movie, but just didn't have enough for me to put it up there. And then 61 is another one that could go down as one of the top baseball movies, and it didn't make my list.
You know what? It didn't make my list, and it should have, because it's hands down probably my favorite baseball movie. Other than and listen, Major League didn't make it. Major League Back to the Minors didn't make it. Major League 2 didn't make it. It's
8 Men Out.
So,
yeah.
If we were going to highlight this, right? If you're going to highlight it and just give points, so I would give points the winner this way. Tyler gets 1. I'll give you the 1 point for Rocky. Nothing for Rocky 2. I'll give you a point for Hoosiers. Remember the Titans is a good steal. You're not getting Face the Giants. You're going to get Coach Carter. You're going to get Moneyball. And are we giving him the blind side? I'll leave it up to you two guys.
Yeah.
So you get 6 points. You get a 6-point scoring. Fuzzy is 1 for Rudy. 2 is Miracle's good. 3 is good. 4, I'll give you. 5, I'll give you. 6, I'll give you. 7, 8, 9. You get a 10 out of 10. JV's left with Bull Durham, so that's 1, 2. You fuck out of here with that Cool Runnings. The program's fine. Field of Dreams is fine. Fuck out of here with that Invincible.
It wasn't my pick.
I understand. I get you, dude.
I got shafted.
I know you would have had Moneyball. I know. I hear you. That sucks to be you. You're great for 42. You're great for Little Giants. Get the hell out of here with that Tin Cup. And White Man Can't Jump, I'll just give it as a giveaway. So you're at a 7 here.
There you go.
Yeah. So, if I feel like this was fair and accurate. If you would have even given it, it would have either way. It would have gone to Fuzzy, even with all the switches.
Yeah, there you go, Fuzzy.
Yeah, congratulations, sir. You have
Next
it.
time I'll bring out the air up there and Blue Chips.
I would definitely say plenty of movies didn't make my list because I just never seen them. But that's how it goes.
I did think about Blue Chips, but I was like, nah. Because then, like I said, He Got Game didn't even make the list.
Yeah.
He Got Game's a great movie. Shuttleworth.
There was one I thought about after I sent Keith my list, and I just never updated it. It's called The Final Season. It's another one with Sean Astin, but he plays a high school baseball coach where the school's getting shut down at the end of that year. So it's like their final season, and they're a historic Iowa high school team. In fact, the original head coach that he came into, we know.
No,
Fuzz already went off on that.
No. I didn't pick it. But I had to clean up my picks and make it better. So my shit got stolen. I originally had Remember the Titans. I had to trade. It got stolen. I was robbed at gunpoint. You know what
He
else
was
we didn't?
the other GM with Howie calling.
Yeah. You know what other? He
He hung up the phone. He's like, "Why did I pick up the phone?"
Another movie that wasn't picked was The Rookie, which about Jim Morse.
Yeah, that was another one that was on my list.
Quaid?
Was on there.
Was that
Yeah,
Quaid?
Dennis Quaid. Yep.
Yeah.
Dennis Quaid. Yep.
Yeah.
And whatchamacallit?
Varsity Blues.
Jake Harper, Varsity Blues wasn't on anyone's list.
No, it was on the list, but it didn't make the list. Friday Night Lights made it.
Varsity Blues should have made the list. It's because that's a movie I watch all the time.
Necessary Roughness I watch all the
I
time.
love
it.
Necessary Roughness.
Scott Bakula,
Andre
Island,
is a vegetarian.
and that guy actually just died.
Yeah, I saw. Guys, this was
Rad.
really good. I would like to
Rad.
run this back at some point and maybe have some stricter guidelines. I would like to get Derek and Eric on, add them to the mix, and see if we can roll something like this back and go 7 rounds with 5 people.
I would do 6 rounds with 5 people.
Okay. I think we can roll this back and get more depth out of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And definitely would have to change strategies. It can't be so personal. Like you gotta.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Look at that. We already got him. Derek, look, we'll connect. We'll get. I'll have my secretary Fuzzy call him tomorrow, and you just be polite to her. She gets sensitive on the phone. Gentlemen, thank you so much. This has been awesome. Please don't forget the Northeast Philly podcast will be live on Sunday. Once again with author and co-host Sean Selby. Yep. He will be talking about his book "No One Likes Us, But We Do Care." It's a Philly fan like a memoir. He's did you get that?
I just got
Fuzz?
it today. I'm going to start reading it.
Okay. I didn't know you could read.
I can read, guys.
I'm gonna actually just order it off of Amazon and just put it on my Kindle and read it over the weekend. But we're gonna have Sean on, and then
And what time is that on Sunday?
7:30.
7:30.
Thank you for calling Movie Phone.
Hello, and thank you for calling Movie Phone. All right, boys. You have anything you need else to plug? The socials, anything?
Nah, the Philly podcast will be off for a couple weeks until the NFL draft.
Okay. Tyler, what do you got?
Just appreciate you having me on for my first live. This was terrific.
Oh, you're adorable. Check out his Tyler
too.
Talks. He covers all of the sports. His stuff he's got a lot of
Follow
shorts,
us on
reels.
Twitter.
Oh, yep. Twitter, the YouTube channel, the Facebook. We'll put it out on all the socials. You won't be able to miss his little cute face. JV, what do you got for us?
Nothing.
No, you're a loser.
Just see you all Sunday.
Yeah, Airbud.
Airbud.
The Philadelphia